Welcome back to the Wired Show. If you're new here, this is the Wired Show. I'm Diana, and my co-host is Samara, who will be here in a half hour. And this is our Wired Show. We talk about anything our lives, in college, anything going on in our lives, social media trends, anything in the news, TV shows that we watch, and anything that we find interesting that we want to talk about. So I actually had a pretty interesting week. I actually did like a lot of plans with friends, so it was pretty fun. I told you guys that I would give you guys an update on my ice skating. So I went ice skating last Wednesday, and it didn't go as I thought it would go. Ice skating is way more difficult than what I originally thought it'd be. It was so hard. I don't know if it's because A, it was that bad, or B, I got the wrong skates, because I was told by like some people that hockey skates were better, and then I was told that like regular skates were better, but I went against what everybody else did, and I got regular skates, which I think were harder to use, like actual figure skates, than hockey skates. So yeah, but it was so hard just to walk and not even on ice with them. And people said that I looked like a cartoon character trying to ice skate. So that was interesting. I like struggled for the longest time just to figure out how to just get the basic movement of like gliding on ice. Like I got several tips and on how to like do it and like just like push off of like one foot and glide, but I just struggled because I don't know why, but I always just kept my foot in the back down, so I just would keep stopping, I guess because I was scared I was gonna fall. But I eventually kind of got it. At some point I just like figure out a like mechanism that if I just like slightly push off on like one foot and I'm up against the wall, holding onto the wall, I can kind of go a bit ways. That's how I kind of did it, but I only did it off of one foot. I didn't really do it off of like two. Um, so it was not that fun. I also was like overheated. Um, so I originally had like a zip up hoodie and I brought another hoodie with me, but we had to like leave our shoes there and stuff like that. And I didn't want anyone to take my hoodie, so I was like, I'll just put my hoodie on over top, and then I put my jacket on, which was a terrible mistake because I ended up like overheating within like the first 5 minutes. That I literally had to, well, not literally, well, I was overheated, and I like me being overheated, took all my stuff off, and I was carrying stuff in my hands, so I didn't really have my hands to really help balance me. I had my one hand, but not really my other hand, so I ended up falling pretty hard on like probably like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and which actually kind of hurt pretty bad. But this woman was super nice. She saw me fall, and she was kind of like a bit of an expert, and she was actually like she teaches and coaches people how to ice skate. So she actually was able to take my stuff from me and bring them over to like a bench area, and she came back to me and she was actually able to like kind of help me and give me advice on how to skate, which was really nice. Like I said, I didn't really it was still very confusing how to pick up the skill of ice skating, but her advice was really nice. Everyone's advice was nice for the most part. I think if I do it again with more practice, I think I'd be good with it, but I did not think it would be that difficult. My ankles were like my body was so sore. Like the next few days, like my ankles were sore while I was ice skating, but my ankles weren't sore the next day after. The only things that were sore were like my leg that I fell on and my arms because I pretty much like was pulling all my body weight onto my arms to keep me from falling, like, just like pulling myself along the wall. So my arms were a bit sore from that. But overall, I think it was fun ice skating. I went back to a friend's house afterwards and we ordered pizza, and it was really fun doing that. Um, I met up with friends on Sunday to watch the Eagles game. Um, I was there most of like the day and most of the night. It was fun. I got another injury. For some reason, always hanging out with those people and doing some sort of activity, I always get injured. Even though I've only hung out with these group of people twice outside of school, I always get injured. I don't know why. This time, we watched one football game and we were just waiting for the next one to start. So we just started doing like a Nerf battle out of nowhere. We saw Nerf guns on the table and like we were just like messing around with them and like hitting each other with them. And then we just started like we broke off into teams. So it was like girls against guys. And we did like a whole entire battle. And I didn't realize at the time, but I got like one of like the bow and arrow um Nerf guns, which didn't think was a problem until like I realized afterwards. So apparently like the bowstring, I was apparently holding it wrong because like I'm an amateur. I've done bow and arrow like once at camp that I worked at, but that was it. So I had the improper technique and the bowstring kept slapping me back in the arm because I was doing it wrong. And, like, it didn't really bother me at first, like, I had, like, my long sleeves on, so I didn't really notice, and it wasn't, like, that painful, like, I noticed and they were just, like, red spots on my arm, and I was like, "Okay," there's nothing really of it, but then when I got home that night, I checked my arm, and I had a giant bruise on my arm. If you haven't looked at my Instagram, go look at my Instagram, I posted a picture of it, but it's really bad. I did not know that a bowstring or a kid's toy could do that much damage to an arm. I just have a whole entire bruise going down my arm on my dominant arm, which is bad. It doesn't really hurt. It kind of hurts if I like move it, but like my whole entire arm is sore from doing it. Um, but it's healing pretty well. I don't understand how a kid's toy can honestly. I talked about this with Samara. I don't understand how a kid's toy can injure someone so much, but I had a fun Nerf battle. It was fun. I was just having fun with friends. Ended up watching the game. We ended up having like wings and pretzels and pretzel bites, and it was really fun. I didn't get back until like late, like 9, 10 o'clock. It's a very long day. I got there like at 10 or something because we got picked up at 11. I got there at 10, we got picked up at 11, and we got there at 12, and we pretty much stayed till like 7 or 8, and then it took us an hour to get back, and it took me an hour to get back. So I didn't get home to about like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock, but it was a pretty fun day. Maybe I should stop hanging out with those people because for some reason every time I hang out alone with them outside of college, I keep getting injured. So maybe I should not be doing that. But yeah. And then other plans I did with friends, I hung out with one of my friends today. We went for lunch and we did some shopping. I told myself like I'm not gonna go shopping because like I said last week, I've been shopping several times, but there was a good deal that I got. I got a really cute pink pair of like knit comfy shorts. I like wanted to get like colorful shorts because I don't know, I just want to like brighten up my like pant and bottom collection because all of my pants, like all my leggings and all my jeans I have, or any of my pants that I have, are like blue, gray, or black or white. They're all just like basic colors. And I have like a pair of pink shorts and a pair of like purple shorts, but not very a lot of colorful shorts or pants or whatnot. So I was like, let me just get them. They were only like $25. They're from a store that I never heard of, so I think that maybe they're like a small business, but they were cheap and they were cute, so I ended up getting them. Um, I don't know. I got shorts in like the middle of winter, but we'll see when summer rolls around if I remember if I still got them or not. But I always need new shorts and I want to branch out more into different colors. I've been trying to branch out a lot into like a bunch of different colors recently. I don't know if I talked about this before, but like I'm trying to branch out more of like my fashion recently in the past couple years because I feel like I wear the same things all the time in the same colors all the time. Like this year, like for Christmas, I really experimented with green a lot. Um, was like what I did, and I wanted to like experiment more on yellow because I don't really have a lot of yellow stuff, and I'm trying to figure out like what I feel like a dark gold kind of yellow or like a mustard yellow was probably like the best color that would work on me because I look good in some light colors and I look good with dark colors as well. But a lot of dark colors are able to like work on me because like my hair is dark and I have dark eyes, so yeah, and I also want to branch out with more like browns, like every brown thing or like tans, like everything I've seen. or brown or tan is just not me. Maybe I actually have to like try stuff on, but I feel like a light brown or light tan or light beige would look good on me. So like yellow and brown are colors that I want to try out at some point, or even like a peach at some point that I want to try branching out in. And so if I go shopping sometime, because I still have gift cards at stuff that I still haven't spent yet. Honestly, they just sit in my wallet, which honestly, I don't know how, but I was walking in the middle of the street and I guess, I don't know, it happened twice, but my like pouch of my purse was closed, but I guess it was like open somewhat that a bunch of my coins just like slipped and fell out. I don't know how it happened, but um it was kind of annoying and all my change fell on the street and it was cute and then it happened when I got home. So I don't know. I might need to get a new wallet, but I like that wallet. So I don't know. That's pretty much like all I really have been doing. I've been trying to hang out with friends. It's kind of hard to hang out for friends because I'm limited on like car and like everything. But like I only have like this week and next week to really hang out with friends because I go back the 22nd. So I have been hanging out with like the same people and hanging out with people maybe like two, like four times at this point. But I'm just um trying to soak up as much as my break as I can. Um, but it's been fun so far. I'm I mean, I am excited to go back to classes, but I also know that during the school year is when I'm like the most stressed and like everything. So, I don't know. I feel like it's only been like a month because I got off the 12th. It's only been about like a month, but I feel like this month has gone by super duper fast with just everything. The breaks always go by so fast, but it went super duper fast, and I'm literally going back in like a week and a half from now, and it just blows my mind because I still have to pack everything at this point. Like I was like, oh, I can like pack like starting over the weekend, but like I really need to start packing like once like Tuesday or Wednesday hits because I have so much stuff. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with my clothes. Like I'm gonna have to pick clothes that I don't want to bring back because unless I want to bring my dirty clothes back, I don't know. But like I want to bring all my long sleeves back with me because it's going to be cold all of January, February, and part of March. And I want to bring some of my summer clothes up there too, but I have a lot of my summer clothes there, so I might just use what I have. But I definitely overpacked when I came back from break, so I don't know. I want to limit myself to only 2 bags of stuff, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I want to bring all my jewelry with me, but I like can't. And I want to bring all my hair stuff too, but I can't. And like, I don't know. It's just annoying that I have to like limit my stuff and like my hoodies because I have so many hoodies, but I only brought maybe like 3 or 4 back with me because they take a lot of space. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to figure out next week, figuring out like everything. I'll probably talk about it next week if I start packing next week, but I don't know if I'm gonna start packing by like next Wednesday, but there's so much that I have to pack with me. Like I have to pack all of my clothes again, like all my winter clothes, all my shoes. I brought all my shoes home, most of my shoes home, all of like my hair and makeup stuff, and my jewelry I need to pack, and like I think that might be it. And like my phone and all my chargers and all like my toiletries and stuff. So that actually is a lot of stuff. Um, Definitely gonna try to bring less back with me, but I also bought more clothes over break. So we'll see. And I also need to bring back like dresses and stuff, but we'll see how well we do on it. Show wise, I'm still trying to catch up on all my shows. I think I have like I'm on the final four on Big Brother is where I got up to, and I just watched like an episode or so where I don't even know. I think Michael went home on the double eviction and Michael went home, which honestly, I don't know. Michael did like a whole entire thing where he like walked out and didn't say anything to anybody because he was like mad about it. And he completely threw Brittany under the bus, which I don't know how I feel about that. But Michael ended up going home, and then um I forget who else went home. Alyssa went home. as well up against Taylor. That's where I'm at. I'm at the final four. Obviously, I know who wins, but I have like 4 episodes left of that. Bachelor in Paradise, I've been trying to keep up on. I think the only thing I'm left on is the finale. I think all I'm left is on the finale. I'm on the finale, so I just have to watch the last finale. It's 2 nights. I have to get that done either this week or next week because the Bachelor season's gonna start. So I'm almost done that. I like there's like a week or two of Big Brother left, and Amazing Race I finished, so I'm actually pretty much caught up on all my shows, which is surprising. I'm gonna try to be better at like catching up with my shows and watching them over at school, but it's really hard because I don't really get time to. So we'll see how that goes and how it works. But I'm pretty much caught up on all my shows. I just need to watch a couple more episodes of Big Brother and a couple more episodes of Bachelor in Paradise and finish Big Sky and get caught up to it. And I think that's it. I already finished The Amazing Race, and The Masked Singer I'm not watching because I heard this season was pretty bad. I'm excited for Zach's season of Bachelor, which is literally going to start probably, I think it starts that Monday I come back from college. So I don't know if I'm going to watch that episode, but I am excited for Zach's season. I saw a sneak peek of some of the contestants. Actually, you know what? We can talk about, actually, I don't know if I'm going to have Wi-Fi to look it up, but I can see if I can look it up. Okay, so we're looking at contestants, and we're going to see if any of them are from area. So, all right, so we have Allie, 26, from Atlanta, Georgia. She's a healthcare strategist. I don't really have any opinions about them. I'm just going through. We have Anastasia, who's 30, from San Diego, California, and she's a content marketing manager. That's cool. Ariel, who's a marketing executive from New York. She's 28. I guess she's kind of local. Bailey. Okay. Some of them I know because they were from like the first episode. I know Bailey was from the first episode and she was there at like the mental all, and then they had like the bachelor the bachelor thing where they met them. He met like 5 people. So Bailey was one of them. Serena Bailey, she's 27. She's executive a recruiter and she's from Nashville. Becca, nursing student and 25. That's see, like when I see some people on the show that are like 23 or 24, it kind of like blows my mind because they're only like 3, 4, or 5 years older than me, which is crazy. She's a nursing student and she's from California, 25. Brianna, I think also he met too. She's 24. Oh, and she's from Jersey. She's from New Jersey, so somewhat local. And she's an entrepreneur. Brooklyn, 25. She's a rodeo racer, which I don't know what that is, but that sounds interesting. She's from Oklahoma. Kara. Okay. Finally, we have someone from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is not local, but it's in the state. She's a corporate recruiter. So yeah, we have Kat, which I remember we did meet previously. I liked her. I forgot who got the first impression rose. I think Brianna got the first impression rose, if I remember correctly. But Kat, she's 26, dancer from New York. Charity, she is a child and family therapist. She's 26. She's from Columbus, Georgia. We have Christina. She's a content creator. She's a content creator. I don't know if I've seen her before. If she's like a YouTuber right now, but she's from Nashville. She's 26. I gotta look into it. There's Davia, who's a marketing manager, and she's from Charleston, South Carolina, and she's 25. A lot of these girls are young. I think Zach was like maybe 27 or something. I don't know. There's Gabby. She's 25. She's from Vermont. She's a account executive. Genevieve, she's a nurse. She's 26 and she's from Baltimore City, Maryland, which I've actually been to Baltimore. So I know that area. There's Greer. That's an interesting name. She's 24. All these girls are so young. She's a medical sales rep and she's from Houston. So we have like a lot of people working in the medical field. Holland, she's 24. She's from Florida and she's an insurance marketeer. Jess, she's 23. She's an ex commerce coordinator. 23 is so young. Like, honestly, if I wanted to, I could apply to be on The Bachelor or Bachelorette in, like, maybe, like, 2-3 years if I really wanted to, but, like, I don't think I need to. But that would be funny because they're, like, so young. I'm like, these girls are literally, like, 2-3 years older than me. She's from Winter Springs, Florida, which blows my mind. We have another nurse. I think it's Katie. She's 27. She's from Austin, Texas. Catherine, she's 26. She's from Tampa, Florida, and she's a registered nurse. I guess Zach's into like nurses, I guess is what he suggested because there's a lot of nurses there. Kimberly, she's a hospitality manager. She's from Los Angeles. She's 30. She's definitely the oldest. I don't remember how old Zach is. Kylie, she's 25. She's a nurse. I swear, we've gone through like 5 or 6 different nurses. I kid you not. She's from Charlotte, North Carolina. There is Laika. She's a financial advisor. She's from Miami, and she's 29. Madison, she's 26. She's a business owner, and she's from North Dakota. Mercedes, oh, I love that name. She's 24. All these girls are young. She's from, let me look up how old he is. He's 26. Okay. That would make sense. I thought Zach was like at least like 27 or 28. That's why a lot of the girls are young. She's 24. She's from Iowa. Olivia L. She's a patient care technician. She's from Rochester, New York. I guess there's another Olivia. There's an Olivia M. She's a stylist. She's from Cincinnati. She's 25. Sonia, she's 29. She's a project manager, and she's from Long Island, New York. There's a lot of people from New York. I think I've counted, at least from what I remember, there's like 3 or 4 people from New York, but only one from PA so far. Vanessa D, she's 23. She's a restaurant marketeer, and she's from Louisiana. Victoria J, she's a makeup artist, which is kind of interesting, and she's from Texas. Victoria E, wait, did I just say Victoria? Yeah, there's 2 Victorias, Victoria J and Victoria E, but they're both spelled differently, but I don't, okay. She's 29, she's a nanny, and she's from Austria. Oh, so that's interesting. I don't think we've ever had someone that's, like, not originally from US on Bachelor or Bachelorette that I remember, except for, like, the 2 people that they pulled in from Bachelor in Paradise who were on Bachelor Paradise Australia, so that would be interesting. And then there's Sloane and Vanessa E, who got cut before the premiere, apparently. So yeah, I don't really have anything to say on most of the girls. I don't really know them, so I can't really like judge all of them. All of them are really pretty. And it seems like Zach is in a lot of girls who are nurses, and apparently, I guess, likes girls from New York, I guess, are his type. So that's interesting. I'm excited for Zach's season, to see how it goes. I hope he finds love. Zach was like one of my favorites from the season of Gabby. I had a lot of favorites from Gabby and Rachel's season. Like Logan I liked at one point, but I was kind of over it. Hayden I liked at one point, but then after everything I was not into him. I'm trying to think of like who else. Tyler obviously adored from that season. I don't know. There's not more I can think of. The twins, obviously, that went home, Justin and Joey, that went home the first night, also love them. They were also from Gabby. I think Gabby and Rachel's season, I think I had a total of like maybe like 6 or 7 guys that I liked on the season, so there was a lot. So yeah, so I don't really have anything else to talk about on my part, so I'm just gonna put in the clip of me and Samara. So yeah. Sup? Okay, wait, talk.
Hi.
Okay, first I didn't hear anything, so I was like, why is my sound not working? Okay, it's working. Good. Yeah. Okay, I feel like, I don't know. When do you move back? Because I move back, like, next Saturday or Sunday, and I'm, like, not excited because it's, like, next week.
The 22nd.
Yep, that's the same day that I'm going back to. I'm not excited at all.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really like next week. I feel like I only have like this week and next week to do stuff.
Yeah, 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, which I'm not
Okay.
excited for. I feel like it feels like it's gone by way too fast. I feel like I haven't
Yeah.
really done anything. But yeah, okay. Did you see Shawn Mendes' new haircut?
Yeah, he got a buzz cut, right?
It looks horrible.
I saw it on your story and I was like, it's like the Justin Bieber buzz cut. You remember when Bieber had the buzz cut too?
Yeah, but Bieber looked good with the buzz cut. Shawn just does not look good with the buzz cut whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's just like not a look for him.
He's trying something different. Him and Camilla broke up. He's in his I
Because
guess he's in his
this
like
recognition is
revamped
the best.
era.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's it for him.
I don't know. I mean, hair always grows back, but I particularly just don't like it.
Yeah, he's not the type of guy to wear like a buzz cut, in my opinion.
Yeah, I particularly don't like the hairstyle whatsoever. I was like, really, Shawn? Really? What else do I have? Okay, so apparently I didn't like get very far into it, but apparently James Charles got into another scandal of like messaging guys and sending pics to guys. Apparently this guy was like over 18, but he still was like sending pics to a guy constantly and like forcing the guy to send pics. And then apparently he got like jealous over the fact that some girl that the guy followed had a higher body count than him. And I was like, why does that even matter, first of all? He's like, oh my god, I got competition then. Like, I'm cuter than her. Like, you should be with me instead.
James needs to stop. He really needs to stop. Like, you almost caught a case, literally,
I know.
legal court cases, what, in 2021 and early 2022? Like, you need to calm down, James. You're still not in the dark yet to be doing this stuff.
I know. The person was like over 18, but I'm still like, James, you just need to stop like messaging guys and like forcing them to send stuff and do
Yeah, cause
stuff.
yeah, cause they have dating apps for famous people, right?
I guess I don't know why he feels the need to find people. Apparently he had to do like an age check on like TikTok and Instagram for the person to confirm their age, and then he's like, okay, they're 18, so like I can like actually like talk to them.
Oh God.
And, like, I'm not gonna get a case, but I'm still like, why are you talking to guys that are, I think it's the guys straight as well, to straight guys.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like, James, don't do this. You like James kind of has made a brand for himself as like, well, I'm desperate for a boyfriend, so but it's like, no.
To an extent, no, you can't be doing that. He literally was like talking to the guy saying like, if we were to be together, like you can live in like this like $10 million house in Los Angeles, like you won't be able, like, you won't pay for it, I'll pay for everything, and like we can go on like cute LA trips. He was basically listing like all the stuff that he like wants in a boyfriend and wants to do. He's like, like, I'm a sucker for horror movies, we can go see horror movies together, we can go on trips together in LA, and he's just like giving out his agenda as if they were together on what they would do.
Yeah, and my thing is also with straight guys, it's like, why are you going after men who specifically won't be attracted to you the same way you're attracted to them? It's only gonna lead you to heartbreak.
I don't know why. I feel like James just. I don't know if this was. I mean, it was recent. The video of him got exposed, but I don't know like when he DM'd this person or messaged them. I didn't really get that far into the research of it because it was the last thing I found
Yeah.
and looked up. But I don't even know. I don't even watch James anymore. Like I haven't even like clicked on his page to watch any of his videos because I don't know. I don't. Do people still watch James or is like no? Do people not watch him anymore?
Only like the stands do, like the real stands, but I don't think anyone has really no one really watches any of like the YouTube beauty gurus anymore. So, it's kind of like that era is kind of gone now.
All
And
the YouTube beauty gurus have like drama with them. I feel like Nikita
yeah,
Dragon, Jeffree Star, like all of them have like allegations against them and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Oh, Coachella announced their lineup, and I'm kind of disappointed on the lineup, as if I was going to go to Coachella. But, like, the only good people that they have that I saw that I recognized were, like, Bad Bunny, Becky G, Burna Boy, Blackpink, Kid Laroi, Charlie XCX, which... Does Charlie XCX make music? Like, she had that one song, Boom Clap, and, like, she was in Fancy, but it's like, what else does she have that...
She's been like an indie artist for a
Oh,
while.
really?
Yeah, like, but she's more popular, I think, in the UK and like outside of United States.
I know, who else? I think Kid Laroi, HRX, Blackpink, Rosalia, Calvin Harris. But I was just like, there's no like cool people for the lineup. There's no like big name people, really.
Well, Blackpink definitely.
Yeah.
They'll definitely bring in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Because the K-pop girlies will just because this is their second time at Coachella, right? Because their first time at Coachella was like 2019.
I believe so, yeah.
So this is their comeback. So everyone will be there for that. But yeah, everyone else is kind of like,
There was a bunch of names, and I was like, am I, like, is it just me that I don't know? But there was like 50 people for the lineup, and I was like, who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this person?
I think I don't know, I just feel like since like 2021, a lot of these artists, like the big artists like Doja Cat and The Weeknd and Dua Lipa, who practically ran 2020 and 2021. I feel like a lot of them are like on a break now. Like they're burnt out. Like they're not performing anymore. Like The Weeknd performed at last year's Coachella,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been like overworked for like almost 2 years now. Like his voice literally went out at a concert like a few months ago. Like
Yeah.
he needs to take a break. So I guess this is what the lineup is gonna be.
I never really understood Coachella. Is it literally just like a bunch of like concerts happening all at once and like other like events happening?
Yeah, it's basically like multiple stages in the middle of like a field in the desert where like you have like one, well, I think here's the thing, everyone who's like under like the small names underneath the big names on the Coachella list, they're usually playing in the daytime, and then at nighttime, that's when they have the big performances.
So then, when you
Like
doing during the day at Coachella, do you just like walk around?
you mostly walk around, and then you listen to like the smaller artists who are there who are performing in like the daytime if you want, and then you can get like food or like hang out, take photos. They have a lot of like Insta booths, and then they
Yeah.
have the headliners. Like Blackpink will most likely will play at like night or something, and then after that, then it's like after parties.
I never really got anything for Coachella because like all I see is Coachella is people just taking pics. So I'm like, and like going to like concerts. So I'm like, is there really anything to really do? Like, there's so much hype for Coachella, but it's like you're literally just like going to get Instagram photos and going to concerts at night. I don't really see the hype for it.
Yeah, at this point, Coachella is basically just an Instagram hotspot
Mhm.
because it's just like one, it's expensive, so no one can really go to Coachella that much anymore. And two, like the food's expensive, the lines are long for the bathroom, the lines are long for everything. It's just not as fun anymore. I mean, a lot of people have said like Coachella's just not fun like it used to be.
That sucks. But I was looking at the lineup. I'm like, that is not a good lineup. Okay. Did you see Leah Marie Johnson's YouTube video?
I saw it, but I didn't click on it.
Okay, so she like talked a lot about like her struggles with like drug abuse and like drinking, and then she also talked a lot about like her relationships that she was in, about how all of her partners were abusive, and like a lot of people now are coming at JC Caitlin because she said that she got strangled when she was 17 by someone that she was with, and she was with JC Caitlin at that time. So now everyone's attacking him. But honestly, I did not. I just feel bad for her because I grew up watching her on, what was it, YouTubers React or Teen Kids React, Teens React, and like I didn't know that she went through all this. Like she went through rehab several times. She was in two different relationships that were abusive. She was in another relationship where the guy actually committed suicide, and she went through a bunch of therapy and rehab because she had a bunch of drinking and drug problems. I just felt bad for her. But I was like, that's somebody that I used to watch and grow up with. It's crazy.
Yeah. I remember it was like a few years ago. I think it was like 2019. I was watching a video that was like, it was like a where is Leah Marie Johnson? Like, where is she now? What happened to her? Because she was still gone from the internet around that time too. And it was basically saying like she was like, it was like a lot of like disturbing cryptic messages she would have on like Instagram where she would be like, I'm fine, but you can tell she's not fine.
Yeah.
And I think there was a period of time where she was dating like a much older man, like much older than her. She was like in her 20s, and the man was like 40 something or like older than her or
Oh.
something. And it kind of left on like an ominous note because no one knew where she was. So I was happy to see like she has an updated video about where she is now.
Yeah. Now I feel like JC Caitlin needs, because I watched JC Caitlin and I thought he was chill, but now that I'm finding out that he possibly like strangled and abused her, is like, that's uncalled for. It doesn't seem like he would do that.
Also, like, is he the guy with the long, stringy, curly, blonde,
Yes.
brown hair?
He's the one that's with Key and Molly, Keen and JC.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've seen him before. He was
Yeah.
really popular in like the 2010s, right?
He was a part of O2L with Kian, and O2L was like the big huge franchise with like Connor Franta and Ricky Dillon. That's where I watched them, and that's where I knew Leah from, because she dated him at the time. And now like looking back on it, I was like, I need to like rewatch their like relationship is to see if like he was actually like doing abuse to her, or if there was something that I was missing in the
Yeah.
videos.
I knew Leah from Awesomeness TV
Yeah.
because she would have her segments on there. And then when they moved her segment to Nickelodeon for Awesomeness TV, that's where I remember her from.
Awesomeness TV used to be so good. I feel like
It really did.
it doesn't hit as it used to be. I remember like one time we talked about it, and then afterwards we were on Awesomeness TV looking at videos for like ever. But I feel like Awesomeness TV is like not the same anymore. It doesn't promote anybody really. Okay. Apparently Google Docs and Google Slides have new updates to voice commands. So apparently for like Google Slides, whenever you give like a live presentation, it'll like transcript at the bottom what you're saying so that people can see what you're saying, which I think is cool. And then also for, I don't know about this one, but for Google Docs, you have like voice commands that you can like make. So like you can say like, you can like have them select a paragraph or like say italicize and it will italicize something, but I feel like I don't really know how that helpful that's going to be. It's just making for like simple edits, but I feel like it'd be way quicker to just to do it yourself instead of saying, okay, Google Docs, I need you to do this, italicize that, enter here, put a new paragraph here. I don't know. But I feel like the
Yeah,
Google Slides one will be cool.
yeah. I like that. The Google Slides one is really cool. The Google Docs one, when I think of voice command for Google Docs, I always think of like, I remember when I was a kid, there was this commercial for this like device where if you're like a slow typer, you can use like the voice command section where you just basically speak into the microphone and it translates what you're saying on the screen
They
on
do
the
have that for
document.
Google Docs too, which they had in the update that they're trying to fix, but yeah.
Yeah, voice typing. I think that's what it's called, voice typing. I always think of that.
I don't know. I feel like I would never be able to use that because like when I'm trying to think about what to type about, I don't think I could ever like say it, and then I would feel like I would have to like erase it because you can't really like on the spot think of something to say and have it typed.
Yeah. You would need like a rough draft to read off of in order to do that.
But like still, I feel like that like you'd still have to have a right of like a rough draft just for that. I don't really
Yeah.
see the point of it. I don't know. But there are new features that I thought were cool. Apparently, there's a bunch of new words added to the Oxford English Dictionary. Some of the words including air fryer, pinky promise, simp, and a lot of what is it like sexuality terms? Like they use like pangender, demisexual, multisexual. They have terms like I don't know other terms that I don't really know, but like they're adding a bunch of new words to it, which I think is cool.
Yeah. I think it's cool too because like that is kind of like how we like, chronicle language over time. Like we look back on it in 10 years and be like, oh my God, we said this in 2023. You know, like the slang terms we used in like 2013 are now over a decade old. And now they're in like the Oxford Dictionary and we can look back on it and be like, what?
The big one was YOLO, but no one uses YOLO anymore. Like YOLO was like a thing in 2015. I had a shirt that said YOLO, and then like it's just like stopped being a thing. But like all the other words that people still use.
People don't say on fleek anymore.
Oh yeah, that also was another one. But they put simp in the dictionary. I was like, okay, great, great. We're gonna have to
The
explain that
worst
one to the kids what simp means.
the worst thing is it's not even like Urban Dictionary. It's like an actual
Yeah, it's like
dictionary. That's
actual
like crazy.
that now all of our words are in it. And now that I'm thinking of it, like future generations would be like, what is wrong with these people? Why did they think that word was cool to use? I don't know. I've never used an air fryer before. I want to use an air fryer.
It's really good. It's really good. My mom and I bought one when we moved. We practically use it for everything. Because you can literally use it for everything. It's perfect for a college dorm too.
Yeah. I mean, I've had air stuff air fry, but I've never physically put anything in an air fryer and say, "Oh, I want to have this air fried." But I feel like it'd be cool.
It's really easy.
That's good to know. But that's weird how all of our slang is now in the dictionary, like an actual dictionary. That's creepy. Okay. Um, Apparently Jamie Lynn Spears opened up in like an interview saying how she struggles with like her self-esteem as being Britney's sister, and she struggles to live her own identity, which I think is like unfortunate that she's kind of like in her sister's spotlight. But honestly, when I watched Zoe 101, I didn't even know that I knew that she was her sister, but like that didn't really matter to me.
Same. I never even made the connection until like much later
Yeah.
after I stopped Zoe 101. And I was like, oh yeah, because Spears, last name, makes sense. But also, like, to be fair, it's because by the time Zoe 101 aired in like 2005, 2006, so we were too young to even know who Britney Spears
Yeah.
was. Because like most of the people who really remember Zoe 101 are people who are like in their like mid 20s now.
Mhm. I even know that what was it? Who's the guy that plays Logan? Matthew Underwood was Carrie Underwood's younger brother. I didn't even know that was a thing either until I looked afterwards.
Also, speaking of brothers, the guy who played Michael in Zoe 101, his name was Chris Massey. His
Yeah.
brother, Kyle Massey, was on That's So Raven in on Disney.
Oh, interesting. Okay, they just hired a bunch of siblings for the show. That's cute.
Yep, a ton of siblings.
That's cute. But like yeah, it's unfortunate for Jamie Lynn Spears because I always saw her as Jamie Lynn Spears. I never made the connection of like, oh, that's Britney Spears' like younger sister. I guess because we were way too young, but apparently like I don't know, I saw like some other thing that like Britney made like comments about her whining about it, which I'm just like, Britney, you need to relax.
I think like, you know, I get both sides. I understand like I can understand Jamie Lynn because it's like it's hard to live up to Britney Spears, who is like probably one of the most famous like teen pop stars ever.
Mm-hmm.
But like also, and I understand like it's hard to live in her shadow, especially because she most likely probably got Zoe 101 because she was Britney Spears' sister.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's like I also understand like Britney, where it's like, you know, because of her conservatorship and Jamie Lynn kind of not helping Britney out or supporting her
Mm-hmm.
in ending her conservatorship. I get like they are not like they have sister problems.
Oh my
You
god, did
know,
you see her like birthday post on like her sister?
Britney's birthday post.
Yeah, Britney did like several birthday posts like thanking like so many people in her lives, and like she did like one about her sister, and then like I went back to the post and like her whole entire like paragraph she made to her sister was like changed, and it just like had the ad, so like she got rid of like everything she said about her sister, but she was like, I'm so proud of you, of everything that you've done, blah blah blah, like all that other stuff, and then she got rid of it, so I don't know what happened.
Wow.
Okay, but I am like, I am tired of seeing explicit photos and videos of Britney on my Instagram. I swear, like, every video of her is like, she always has, like, her boobs out, I swear. Which I'm just like, I don't need to see that.
Yeah, ever since she got out of her conservatorship, she's been like, she said she's felt like very free, and that's why she does that. Like she feels free to show off her body.
Okay, but you
Good
would
for
need to do
her,
that
but
on
it also
you
is
need to do that
jarring.
on Instagram though.
Yeah, it's very jarring if you're like scrolling on your feed and the next thing you see is like Britney naked, and then like you're like, okay, and then you scroll past and you're like, okay.
She always keeps reposting photos of like her wedding as well, like her in like a wedding dress. I don't know why. And I feel like she needs to not be on social media and Instagram. I feel like she needs more time off because I don't know. All she's posting is like the same things. And people are like in the comments like, Britney, are you okay? I'm concerned for her.
I think Britney definitely needs to be off social media. I mean, I get like she used it as like a helpful tool to get out of her conservatorship, so I understand why she uses it, but I think she needs to take a break. And if I were her, I would just do it like a tell-all book. Just write all the tea about your family in one book and then make a bunch of money off of it.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing for her to do. Apparently also Britney Spears and Beyonce were supposed to do a collab too for Beyonce's new music video, but apparently it's not happening now. I don't know what happened, but plans didn't go through. Which I don't know. Let's see what else do we have. Apparently there's social media stars that are like Indonesia TikTok stars. Apparently they were receiving hate after they posted a video of like their baby on a jet ski with them, but like the baby didn't have a life vest or anything. Like the dad was holding him, but he was holding him with one arm, and what other arm was like on the jet ski, and the mom was like filming it while she was on the jet ski, and I'm like, why? It's literally like, I don't even know how old the baby is. It's like a little, like, maybe like, I would say like a 1-year-old, but I'm like, why would you post that to Instagram and think that's okay to post?
So many people are desperate for attention. I truly think it's that.
They're just desperate for. I'm like, that poor baby. It was really like being held on by one arm, barely on him. It was like wrapped around him, but barely on him. I don't even know the couple because they're like Indonesia TikTok stars, but I don't know. I also found out there's new guidelines for child obesity. So apparently, for kids that are now 12 and up, they have what is it? Obesity drugs, and they also have weight loss surgery for them now, as an option. Which I don't know if that's the best option for them. Honestly, they had the option for like kids that were under that to just like go to like regular like therapy and like get on like better dieting, but I feel like especially like surgery or like for like a 12-year-old, I don't know.
No.
I feel like they're too young to understand the process and like the afterlife of like going through a surgery and what it means to go through that and what's going to happen to them.
Yeah, unless it's like completely life threatening, I do not think that one, in most cases you're not really supposed to do surgery on children. Like they usually say like most doctors try to avoid surgery on children as much as possible because it's more risky with kids. And also their bodies are still growing. Like when you're 12, you're still going through puberty. So like that could stunt your growth because if they're like, you know, going inside and removing all the fat and giving you like whatever, it could mess up with how you grow. And it may like I don't know about that.
I
I
don't
just feel like just have them exercise
I don't
and
know
stuff.
that they have it for kids who are like under 12. They just have them doing like what does it say? They're working on with like pediatricians and like healthcare, but I feel like for kids over 12 now they're like, oh, you can get surgery now, or you can get like um weight loss drugs, which I also don't think is the best option either for them. I feel like they're way too young to be into that kind of stuff and taught that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because like there are adults who also have weight loss surgery and take weight loss drugs. who they have like those effects are extremely negative on them, like physically. Like there are adults who can't handle weight loss drugs because sometimes they can be like addictive or whatever. And also, like weight loss surgery is really intense. That's a tense recovery for even adults. So I don't know how that's going to work with a child.
I don't know why they approved of that. I was just like, I don't know about that one. Okay. Apparently Fisher Price Rock and Play sleepers were recalled again. I don't know why they got recalled again if they were already recalled. They got recalled in 2019 after 30 babies died from it, but apparently they kept selling, or I don't know, but they found that there were 70 more incidents that occurred in the
Oh
time
my
span.
god.
I was like, how do you first like initiate a report in like 2019 of like 30 reports, and then we're to like now that this week they found 70 more that happened over the time.
At this point, like my thing is like the sheer fact that there were 30 babies that died in like 2019, and you were like, no, we don't. That's not just fully recall it. That's put this back on the
I mean,
market
they
after.
recalled like 4.6 million of it, but apparently, like, I don't know if it was still, if people were still buying it.
I feel like if 30 babies are dead, just like take all of them off the shelf. Don't even like chance it. Just do it because it's like that's a lot. That's a lot.
And I don't get how they originally had 30, but now all of a sudden they found 70 more, and they didn't release them until now they found more.
I wonder if they were even trying to look. Like it seems like they didn't want to investigate further than 30 and they were just like, okay, I guess we take these off the shelves now. Like
I don't know.
what?
Apparently, the babies are able to suffocate if they're like rolling from their belly to their back, if they're like not strapped down in it. I don't really know. But my thing is like, why would you still sell them on the shelves and still have people buy them after like 30 babies died in like
Exactly.
2019?
I agree. That just seems like if 30 babies are dead, maybe you should just cap it. Just stop.
I don't know. I like Fisher Price too. They were a good brand. Like all of the like the little people from Fisher Price, I would play with them, and I had a lot of Fisher Price stuff.
Yeah. I feel like everybody has at least one like Fisher Price toy from when they were kids. I think I had the little tricycle
Yeah,
with the face in it.
I think I had like the little people, and then I think I had like the little people as like princesses too, and I think I had like a Fisher Price house. I really don't remember, but I don't know why they would still sell them. To me, that's just stupid. Why they would still sell them? I don't know if I have anything else. Oh, we can talk about Noah Schnapp coming out, which honestly, I'm proud for him for it. But apparently, he was getting like a lot of backlash for it, and like people were making fun of him for it, which I don't know.
One
It's like
like
how do you make fun of someone's coming out video? Come on now.
one, how can you make fun of him when most people already assumed that of his sexuality in general? And two, people always will find any way to make fun of Noah Schnapp. That is like ridiculous.
I was like, come on, that's ridiculous. If you have to make fun of somebody's coming out video when they literally just like openly admitted something about themselves. To me,
It's so weird because it's weird because like when someone like comes out, then it's like backlash. But then you have that guy from Heartstopper who he didn't even want to come out and was forced to come out, and
yeah.
the internet was like dogpiling on him for coming out. And now we know why. Now we know why people don't want to come out because when Noah Schnapp does it, y'all want to make fun of him. But with the other guy, you'll force him out the closet when he's not ready because you're scared that he's queer baiting you. Like that's ridiculous.
I think it's just unfortunate. I feel like people should just be accepting of people coming out and not make fun of them, or just not even pressure people to come out. Like, it's just dumb, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're
We
already past our time. What were you
should,
gonna say?
I was saying, yeah, we should celebrate people who choose to come out
Mm-hmm.
and not make them feel like bad about it because then that's why you have people like the guy, I think his name is Kit, who doesn't want to come out maybe for fear of that,
Mm-hmm.
but then having to be forced out because, it's
Yeah.
like you can't win. But yeah. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, that's all we have. Hope that you enjoyed listening to our show. You can check us out on our website, which is ggsoar63002.wix.com or wixsite.com/wiretalkshow. You can also check us out on our Instagrams. My Instagram is Diana630, and you can plug your Instagram.
At Citizen Samara.
And we hope that you enjoy listening to our show, and we will see you back next week. Bye.
Bye.